Touch the leg and good morning. I welcome you to this second session where I'll be talking about the compound sentence. Okay. Now, before I start my topic, let us try to recollect all the things that we have learned so far. Okay. So back from yesterday. So let us try to recapitulate. And if you have taken some notes yesterday and the previous session, you just take out your notes and try to recapitulate along with me. Okay? Yes. Okay, so yesterday we introduced the language, okay? Yes, the language can be of two forms, the spoken form and the written form, okay? Those who have missed, okay? Yes, spoken and written form. I also told you that the written form is more formal because we need to keep in mind so many rules, syntax, structure. Okay, unlike the spoken, where in spoken there will be some kind of exceptions. Okay, yes. So we have talked about the language, and then we have talked about the parts of speech. Okay, parts of speech. And we learned that there are, how many parts of speech are there? There are 8 parts of speech. And we have also, studies, we have also gone through these 8 parts of speech, not in detail, but we did some kind of introduction. Okay, yes. So these are parts of speech. Okay. And from the 8 parts of speech, we focused on verb. Basically verb yesterday, because we know that verb is the most important part of the these 8 parts of speech. And in verb we have done the 3 forms of verb. Okay, I also remember telling you that when we say verb, it doesn't mean that it should always the word should always show some action. No. Okay, so in the verb form there are 3. The first one is principal or the main verb. And what is the second verb? Do you remember? The second verb is called linking verb. Okay, and the third one is helping verb. You got it? Main verb, the word which shows some action, for example, eat, play, sing, dance, write, read, all these are the main verb. The main verb can be of different form. Yesterday, Getenchula has already, taught you about this. Okay, we have got the simple, okay, yes, main verb, eat, play, sing. We also have the ing form, continuous, playing, singing, and we have also have the third form. Okay, so this is in the main verb. And the linking verb, okay, yes, we have words like is, am, are. These are linking verb. And helping verb, there are so many. Okay, yes, in the helping verb also, all these words are also here. Is, am, are. Okay, yes. Now, the only difference is whenever we have helping verb, if we use these in a helping verb, then what we have to keep in mind is there will be one main verb or one principal verb. For example, Tashi is eating. So here, is not linking verb. Here is helping verb. Why? Because there is one main verb. Tashi is eating. So eating is the principal verb. So is helping verb. Now, whereas if there is a another sentence, for example, Tashi is a teacher. Tashi is a teacher. So here this is a linking verb, because if you look at this sentence, Tashi is a teacher, you don't see any main verb. Okay, yes, you see teacher noun. So this is a linking verb, because it links teacher to Tashi. Okay, yes. Now these are what we have done yesterday. Okay, the language, written, spoken, 8 parts of speech. Okay, and then out of 8 parts of speech, we have done the verb, and in the verb, we covered all the forms of verb. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. And the second thing, since we are starting from class 5, for class 4, basically the children normally focus on the, what should I say, the phonetics and the, what should I say, other words, so many things. Okay, now since we are starting from class 5, 6, 7, 8, then we are just starting from the base. Okay, so let us also try to see the main principle, the main foundation, okay, yes, of this English language. For example, let us talk about letters. Okay, yes, we have the letters. So this is where we first begin a language. Okay, there are different types of letters. We learn the alphabet. We have got different things. Okay, and then a group of letters. What do you call a group of letters? A group of letters. It's called word. Okay, it's word. If we combine lots and lots of which are letters, we get words. And if we combine different types of words, we get sentence. Yes? If there is, what should I say, a combination of sentences, if so many sentences are grouped together, combined, what do we get? We get paragraph. Okay, yes. Now, if we combine 2, 3 paragraphs, okay, what do we get? We get essay. Okay, now this is what you have to keep in mind. Okay, the first we have the letters, and then we have the words, and then we have sentence, we have paragraph, we have essay. Okay, now this is how the graph goes. Okay, yes. Now, as far as the sentence is concerned, okay, sentence, Gedenchula has already told you about the phrases. So in the sentence, we have phrase, we also have clause. Okay, yes. So sentence is made not just of words, but there are some phrases and clauses. And you see the words, a group of words can also make phrase and clause. So if you look at one sentence, you will find phrases. You can also find clauses, because these are the words that you should know, because we are already doing the different types of sentences. When we say sentences, you have to know what these phrase and clauses are, and then which I'm going to do in a couple of minutes. Okay, so phrase and clause. Now we are in this stage, sentence. Now today our session will be about the different types of sentences. Okay, yes. So, sentences. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which makes some sense, which makes a complete sense. Okay, yes. And according to the structure, okay, the sentence can be different types. For example, there are 4 types of sentences: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentences. Now, these are the types of sentences based on the structure. And Gedenchula has already told you about the different types of sentences according to the function, their function. Okay, we have got interrogative, we have got exclamatory, we have got statement, we have got statement, we have got imperative, we have got, yes. Now these are some of the sentences Gela had already introduced. Okay, yes. Now in the sentence, okay, Gela has already, taught you about simple sentence. Okay, yes. Yeah, in a couple of minutes back, you have already learned about the simple sentence. Now, in a simple sentence, what we have is we have one independent clause. So I repeat the word clause again and again, and we are going to learn what clause is in a few minutes. Okay, so simple sentence, and I am here to, what should I say, teach you about compound sentence. Okay, so we are going to start my session. Okay, yes, compound sentence. Now, what is a compound sentence? Yes, I want you to look at this slides. Okay, what is a compound sentence? Any idea? Yes, so compound sentence is made up of two independent clause. Okay, two independent clause. Okay, yes. For example, I came from McLeod. Kela came from Kanki. Okay, yes. I came from McLeod. Kela came from Kanki. Okay, now do you see two sentences? Okay, I came from McLeod. This is one sentence. And Kela came from Kanki is another. Now, if you look at this sentence, this is complete sentence. Okay, you see two simple sentences. I came from McLeod. Do you think this is a simple sentence? According to the definition, do you think this is a simple sentence? Yes, I came from McLeod. Because if you look at this sentence, you will see there is a subject and there is a verb and there is an object. Kela came from Kanki. Now, compound sentence is when you join two independent sentences. Okay, by using, now what do you call for the word which joins words or sentence or phrase? We call it conjunction. Okay, so what is the conjunction used here? Yes, whereas you see but. Okay, so I came from McLeod, but Kela came from Kanki. So this is a compound sentence. You got it? Okay, yes. Now, I've already, mentioned the clause. And in the clause, I've also talked about the independent clause and dependent clause. Now, there are so many things. Okay, so let us try to, learn these clauses here. Okay, yes. Now, in the meantime, I want you to, see whether you remember what clause is. Okay, yes. So, clause. So, clause, unlike the phrase, which Kela had already mentioned, okay, phrase is a group of words which does not have a subject and a verb. Now, clause is again a group of words which has subject and the verb. Okay, yes. So, clause. Okay, so clause, for example, okay, in the clause, we have got independent. And we have got dependent. Okay, yes. So, clause can be of two types, independent and dependent. Okay, yes. So, when I say compound sentence is a sentence which is made up of two independent clause. Okay, so independent means, look at the word itself. Okay, independent means it does not have to depend on any other thing. Okay, yes. So, sentence, I came from McLeod. Okay, yes. Now, this is a sentence, this is a clause. Why this is a clause? It's a group of words. Let us see whether this follows the definition of what clause is. Okay, I came from McLeod. According to the clause is a group of words which has a subject and a verb. So let us see. Okay, I came. Now it's a group of verb. This is a subject. I came. Okay, yes. So this is clause. And the clause are of two types, independent and dependent. Now this is independent. Why? Because it makes a complete sentence. It makes a complete meaning. It does not have to depend on others. So this is a independent. Okay. Likewise, Gela came from hunky. Okay, now again this is an independent clause. Okay, why? Okay, there is a subject and there is a verb. This is a subject and verb. There is a subject and verb. Now this is a what should I say, clause, and this is again independent because it makes a complete sense. Kerala came from Kange. We don't have to depend on other what should I say words or other sentence to make it complete. Okay, yes. So this now compound sentence is when we join these two sentences. And you know what is the name of the part of space which joins two sentences or two words, okay, two phrases or two clauses? We call it conjunction, connectors. Okay, so in order to what should I say, combine these two, and we make use of the connector. Okay, yes. So let us talk about dependent. Okay, yes. Now, what is a dependent clause? Okay, so dependent clause is, again, remember, it is also a clause. Clause is where there is a subject and a verb. When he came. Now, this is a clause. Okay, yes. Why this is a clause? Because it sticks to the meaning of what clause is. Okay, clause is a group of words. This is a group of words, but it also has the subject and the verb. What is the subject? He is the subject. Came is the verb. Yes, so clause. But if we ask whether this is dependent clause or independent clause, we say that this is dependent. Okay, when he came, you see, so it does not make a complete sense. When he came, there is some kind of pause. Okay, when he came, okay, so what happened? What happened? Okay, yes. So in order to make this a complete sense, it has to depend on other, okay, yes, sentence. So that's why it is called dependent. When he came, I received. Okay, now if you look at this, now it makes a complete sense. So this sentence, when he came, it has to depend on other sentence in order to make a complete sentence. You got it? Okay, so this is, dependent. Now if I give you another example of dependent clause, okay, yes. Because I am sick. Okay, yes. Now, if you look at this, is this a clause? Now, my first question. Okay, you just try to see. Is this a clause? This is my first question. Yes. Okay, why? Because clause is a group of words. I'm just repeating all these things again and again. Okay, yes. Clause is a group of words. This is a group of words. Okay, there should be a subject. C, if there is subject, yes, this is the subject. I is the subject. And C, I am sick. Okay, am, you know, there are different type of verbs. Okay, we have got the verb. Okay, so because I am sick. Now, do you think this is an independent clause or dependent clause? Because I am sick, because I am sick. Now, again, it is incomplete. Something which should come after that. Okay, because I am sick, then what happened? Okay, because I am sick, I won't go to class. Okay, now you just look at this sentence. It makes a complete sense. So you see, this clause has to depend on another clause to make a complete sense. So such type of clause are called dependent clause, and these are called independent because they don't have to depend on others. Now, if you look at this, this is also, independent clause. I receive, it makes a complete sense. I won't go to class. This is also independent clause because it makes complete sense and it does not have to depend on others. You got it? So, in a compound sentence, we are just connecting independent clause. If we have got two independent clause, we join this and then we get the compound sentence. So in the lower classes, you see the children, they normally, whenever they write a paragraph, if you look at this paragraph, you will find extensive use of simple sentence. Okay, yes, you will find so many simple sentences. Now, as he or she, which is goes to the next class, and then we have to, what should I say, encourage the children to introduce some more compound sentence. Okay, now we have to grow. Okay, yes, not just the simple sentence. Now we have to go one step ahead and try to introduce 2 or 3, 4 compound sentences. Okay, yes. So we are here, compound sentence. Okay, yes. Now back to the slides. Okay, yes, clause. What is a clause? Clause is a group of words which has its own subject and verb. Independent clause. Now you remember what is an independent clause? Independent clause is a clause which does not have to depend on other clause. Okay, independent. I am Tibetan. I am eating. I am going. So these are all independent clause. It makes a complete sense. And dependent clause. Now you remember what is a dependent? The word dependent, it has to depend. When I'm sick, whenever I go, during summer holiday. Okay, yes. Now these are called independent clause because it has to depend on others. So the word dependent and independent. Okay, yes. So you have to know these independent clause and dependent clause because we will be revolving around that word again and again in the next session also. Okay, yes. Now, Doji loves Momo. Do you see this? Okay, Doji loves Momo. Is this an independent clause? Doji loves Momo? Yes? You just check it yourself. Okay, does it make a complete sense? Doji loves Momo. Or does this sentence have to depend on other to make complete? No. Okay, this is a complete. Hamo loves Tingmo. Is this a complete independent clause? Yes. Okay, now we have to combine these two independent clauses. Okay, yes. Now, if you look at this, these are simple sentences as Getenchola has already mentioned, simple sentence. Why this is a simple sentence? Because there is, this is a independent clause, there is one subject, and sometimes in a simple sentence, okay, they are compound verbs, they are also compound subject, like this, okay. Yeah. So these are simple sentence, lower classes students, they write sentences like this. Okay, simple, Doji loves Momo, Hamo loves Tingmo. Okay, now if he or she moves on to the higher class, now instead of writing these so many simple sentences, we can just combine this sentence. Okay, so when we combine, then we get the compound sentence. Okay, yes. So we have to combine this. When we combine this, which are the two sentences, do you remember we have got the connector, we have got the conjunction, and the basic conjunction is fanboy. Okay, yes. Now these are the words, the words which help you to combine, okay, word or phrase or sentences. Fanboy, it's an acronym. It's made up of different, initial and letter of the word. For example, F, for, A, and, no, B, but, or, Y, yet, as, so. Now, by using these, we can combine the sentences. Okay, for example, Doji loves Momo and Hamo loves Tingmo. Now, this is an example of a compound sentence because we have got two independent clauses. Okay, Doji loves Momo and Hamo loves Tingmo. So this is a compound sentence. Now, do you see the difference between simple sentence and compound sentence? Okay, yes. Now, okay, yes. Now, when we combine the two independent clause, okay, if we combine two simple sentences in order to make it compound sentence, we make use of comma and semicolon. Okay, yes. So let us look at this. I do online teaching, but I'm not comfortable. Now, this is a compound sentence. Why? Because we have got two independent sentences. We have got two independent, what should I say, simple sentence. I do online teaching. This is a complete simple sentence. I am not comfortable. Now, this is a simple sentence. Now, we join this by the word but. So, this becomes compound sentence. Okay, yes. I try my best and everything is good so far. Okay, yes. I try my best. Simple sentence. Everything is going good so far. This is also a simple sentence, complete, independent, because it does not have to depend on others in order to make a complete meaning. I can't meet my students, so I teach online. Okay, yes. Now, if you look at these, what should I say, the connectors, but and so, now, what do? They combine these two sentences. Okay, so they are called connector. Now, when you combine, when you use this connector, when you join two sentences, we have to be very careful about the punctuation marks. Okay, yes. For example, I do online teaching. We have got that connector but. Okay, yes. Now, sometimes we neglect that comma. Now, here it's important for you to use the comma before the connector. I do online teaching, comma, but I'm not comfortable. Do you see the comma before the connector? Yes. The same thing applies to the next sentence. I try my best, comma, and everything is going good so far. And the third one, I can't meet my student, comma, so I teach online. Okay, yes. Now, semicolon. Okay, now, if we want to use semicolon, then we can, what should I say, omit which is that connector. Okay, yes. For example, just look at the same sentence where I use, in the next, I have used the semicolon. Okay, instead of comma and connector, I use a semicolon only. Okay, yes. I do online teaching. I am not comfortable. Well, okay, so in this sentence, you will not see the connector. You don't see the connector and, but, so. Okay, yes. Now, in place of this connector, I've used just semicolon. So, whenever we use semicolon, make sure that you have a complete sentence. I do online teaching. This is a complete sentence. I am not comfortable. This is, again, a complete sentence. So, you use the semicolon. Okay, yes. Now, I want you to identify the simple sentence and compound sentence. Okay, we have just learned about simple sentence and compound sentence. I'm sure you get some idea, and with that idea, I'm sure you will be able to identify these sentences. Okay, yes. Now, you look at this, try to read, and try to identify. COVID-19 is a disease. It has created a lot of problems. However, nothing can stop us. It has taken so many lives. The scientists are making a vaccine, but it will take some time. We have to be careful. If we don't take care, we will get sick. Okay, yes. So I'm sure you all are going through this small paragraph. And in the paragraph, okay, you see paragraph is made up of different sentences. Okay, there are so many sentences. And in this paragraph, I've used simple as well as compound sentence. Okay, yes. So try to identify this. Yes? Okay, yes. Now let us see. COVID-19 is a disease. So what type of sentence is this? This is a simple sentence, very simple. Okay, you don't see any connectors here. Okay, second one, it has created a lot of problems. However, nothing can stop us. Now, this is a compound sentence. Why compound sentence? First, there are two independent clauses. Okay, yes, it has created a lot of problems. This makes a complete sense. So this is a independent. It is a independent. It does not have to depend on other sentence. Nothing can stop us. Again, this is a independent clause. Okay, yes. So you see two independent clause, two simple sentences, and these two simple sentences are joined by the connector. What is the connector here? However. You got it? So this is a compound sentence. It has taken so many lives. Okay, now this is simple sentence, complete second sentence also, independent clause also. Okay, yes. Now the next sentence, the scientists are making vaccine, but it will take some time. If you look at this, there are two sentences, two complete independent sentences. Scientists are making vaccine, complete sense. Okay, yes. It will take some time, again independent simple sentence. Now both these sentences are joined by the word connector but. Okay, if you look at this word but, okay, before that word I have used the comma. Okay, yes. We have to be careful. Again, this is a simple sentence. Okay, now the last one. If we don't take care, we will get sick. Okay, yes. Now this is a question. Is it a compound sentence? If we don't take care, we will get sick. Okay, yes. Now, what you have to keep in mind, a compound sentence, we have got two independent sentences, two independent clauses joined together. And you know what independent clause is. Okay, yes. Now, I want you to look at this sentence. If we don't take care, we will get sick. Now, do you think this is a compound sentence? Well, I'm afraid no. Why? Because if you look at this, you will find that there is one sentence which is not independent. Can you identify this? Yes. If we don't take care. Okay, now there is that which is a condition word. Okay, if we don't take care. Now this is not a complete sentence. This is not independent. It has to depend on the next sentence to get a full meaning. If we don't take care, and then what happened? There will be a question. Okay, next question. If we don't care, then what will happen? Okay, so this is incomplete. So this is dependent. It has to depend on the next sentence. If we don't take care, we will get sick. Now, this is, what should I say, a different sentence. Okay, this is not a compound sentence. We will learn about this type of sentence in the next section when we talk about the complex sentence. Did you understand now? Simple sentence and compound sentence? Okay, yes. There are more, okay, yes. Simple sentence and compound sentence, we have already done this. Okay, COVID-19 is a disease. Now here there are some, what should I say, connectors like word, however, but. Okay, now these are the connectors. Yes, compound sentence. What is a compound sentence? A sentence which has two independent clauses. Okay, yes. Example, Tashi is sick, but he continues teaching. Okay, now this is a compound sentence. There is lockdown, therefore we teach online. Tomorrow is Wednesday, I'm not teaching. Okay, now if you look at these sentences, these are all independent, what should I say, clause. Okay, there is lockdown, so we don't go out. Yes. Now, okay, in this session, what we have learned in the first session, we have learned about the simple sentence. Okay, simple sentence, it's a independent clause. Okay, yes. Compound sentence, two independent clause. Okay, two simple sentences are joined together, and we call it compound sentence. And in the third session, we are going to do another type of sentence, which is called complex. Okay, yes. So with this, we have finished with the two types of sentences so far. The first one is simple sentence, and this session is about the compound sentence. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you, and see you in the next session.